not a YouTuber, just like making videos. And you know, I've been called a couple of things here on YouTube. A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, been called Bookman from Good Times, and now Tyrone Thompson calls me Uncle Fester. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't want to do this video, but I always say that I always do it. It's kind of like a compulsive disorder. When someone takes a shot at me, it's almost like an involuntary response, you know, to fire back. Because in his video, you know, he just said a bunch of lies, you know, and half-truths, and not even half, there was no truth to it, you know, and so forth. But so, you know, I can't stand it when someone lies. Now, Tyrone, his credibility is diminished. I'm like, it's disintegrating. I'm like, but I'm glad that I stopped fucking with TRS a while, like months ago, you know what I'm saying, when I found out what that platform is all about and the hypocrisy. You know, I decided not to call in the show or support that show in any shape or fashion. Now, now just because this is an anti-Tyrone video does not mean that I'm in some way just going to give props to Tommy Sotomayor or Monty Woodgrain. But I would say this: Tyrone Thompson and both Monty, they have something in common. They need, you know what I'm saying, these are two people that probably need Tommy Sotomayor the most to stay relevant. You know, Tyrone has to constantly make this stance and I'm against this dude, and time and time again, someone like Monty has to give Tommy virtual fellatio, as like he did in his last video, just to garner the support and the kudos from the Tommy audience and so forth. And but here goes. Now, Tyrone stated that I'm stalking him and I'm trolling him. This is funny. I made a comment on one of his videos. Matter of fact, you can go check his videos and see that I very scarcely leave a comment there. And he mentioned Negro Peon. Yeah, I think he called Divine Queen or somebody a Negro Peon. I'm like, Tyrone, it hurts himself when he's echoing some of the same, the lexicon, you know what I'm saying, of his nemesis, Tommy Sotomayor. You know, even that video, he used the term effeminate male. This is what David Carl and Aqueezy 100 coins. And you know what I'm saying, to call someone a Negro Peon, you know, we want you to, and he wants us to take him seriously when there's black people born and raised in Europe. Matter of fact, the people who first built the foundation of Europe were black. Matter of fact, Stonehenge, was that was constructed by black people, by the ancient Sumerians, and that was talked about, you know what I'm saying, when covered in the Earth Chronicles. But you know, I know Tyrone is not the type of person that reads a book unless it's a pop-out book, and he wants to be, you know, a so-called leader in the black community. You know, Tyrone Thompson's mentality reminds me of George W. Bush. His idiocy. It kind of reminds me of, you know, how George, like, how in the hell did JW get into office? You know, how did Tyrone get any sort of following? You know, and it's easy to figure out. JW was like, he's like, either you're with me or you're with the terrorists. That's how he deals with his distractors. That's how he deals with his critic. Tyrone Thompson the same way. He does this constantly. If you try to criticize or scrutinize his platform, he's going to call you a coon. He's going to put you in a category of, you know, Tommy Sotomayor as a person that hates black women. This is Tyrone. Black females are the stupidest people on earth. Thompson. You know, he resorts to the same diatribe of racist whites, you know, especially when he calls people coons, you know, and his video, of course, he wanted to slander me. You know, it was a whole lot of brickbats, assassinate my character, make me seem like I'm too busy to troll. I got my own channel going on. I'm really trying to get to videos, back to my videos on my main channel where I don't have to mention any other YouTuber's name, and I'm on a roll. But I can see the thing is, I don't know, people have roasted me, and so, because that was a roast video, technically it was. He compared me to Uncle Fester and this or that. So yeah, it was a terrible one. He's not a good roaster, but that's what it was. That wasn't a video where he's breaking me down, and no, asking Tyrone Thompson to break me down is like, asking a blind person to solve a Rubik's Cubic's puzzle. But that's what it was. And I'm not gonna go that route with him. He called me a piece of shit or whatever. I gotta understand that a lot of his anger was coming from somewhere else. I guess I just got on his nerves with a comment, and he just went off when as of recent events, there's been people that talk bad about or mock the situation with Clifton Rainey. I actually defended Clifton Rainey, but he didn't even make a video towards those people. I guess he looked at me as an easy target. Maybe it's because, I don't have trolls helping me, I don't really have people backing me up. People rarely comment on my videos. But, I guess someone of my mental magnitude, I really don't need help. I am sort of a lone wolf, in those aspects, and I understand that. Now, Tyrone Thompson made all kind of swipes at me, and it was the standard quote. You think you're so smart, you're not smart, you don't have nothing in life, and so forth. And this tactic has been done to me, but I can't really expect much from this Gomer pal. And when he talks about my status in life, which he doesn't know, but he's also, let's look at someone like Cliff. And I have no squabs with Cliff, but I have my, my own house. I got a roof over my head. I work. I have things going on. And then he says I'm just somebody who sits around on internet all day, have nothing to do. I'm like, I can tell this is his emotions getting the best of him. And when he is financially, I'm like, he is tied into the internet and social media more so than I am. Blog Talk Radio, that's just that's internet radio or internet phone chat. His website's 100,000 black men again. Tommy Sotomayor and so forth. So yeah, he's more. He's more tied into social media. But here I'm gonna go into why I stopped messing with TRS. One reason, it was one of the episodes with Ocean. When she was going off on mixed female, she feels that any type of black woman that wants to criticize her, challenge her, has to be a half-breed. That no fully black female, for the lack of a better term, would ever have a problem with what she's saying. I'm like, this is inconclusive. I'm like, this female is delusional. And I'm like, what? And then it just, a lot of it was just people getting rowdy, just a whole lot of frickin' frat, just that whole ghetto talk. And I'm like, Real Talk Solution has just created more divisions, more arguments, people griping against one another. So I stopped calling and I stopped listening to it because it's a goddamn waste of time. And also the fact, I got nothing against Big JXX, that's my man. The fact that Tyrone would bring Big JX on just to mock him, just to ridicule him due to his speech impediment. But I hate to sound like a cliche, but isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? I know I'm not, an example of excellence in orientation, but Tyrone Thompson, I'm like, he talks like a slow dripping faucet. I'm like, his verbiage, as I say it, is way too staccato. It's like a bumpy road. It's like the driveway in a projects, just speed bumps. Like this guy gets stuck all the time. It's like someone has a vice grip on his brain. So it's like so then he starts to take jabs at my speech. Are you serious? Like the way I talk about hints, like hints, hints, hints. There's something called transitional speech. It's words people say as they gather up their thoughts and before they make their next sentence, paragraph, or phrase. I say hints. Now, if you actually sat through lectures by scholars, which I have, that's what they say. They say hints and so forth. No, Tyrone has his transitional speech, and you know what it is? It's I don't give a fuck. This dude cusses like a soldier. Well, he was a soldier, but that, he constantly say, I don't give a fuck and shit. And I'm like, he has the vernacular of a 9th grade dropout. You know what I'm saying? Man, this dude has the intelligence of a 6th grader. Of a 17-year-old person that's still in 6th grade. I'm like, he's a dolt. He is a dullard. And when he gets, vexed at you, the only thing he's going to do is just call you a coon. And also, he made a lie. He said that I was running around calling people Uncle Toms until someone corrected me and I stopped using the word Uncle Tom. No, I have a video. One of my first videos was the difference between an Uncle Tom and Uncle Ruckus. How I break down that term Uncle Tom going into the book Uncle Tom's Cabin, which I did a book review on. It was the word coon that I had a revelation on and so forth. And then Tyrone said it's an insult. No, insults are different. Different insults have meanings. Hence, if you was, let's say you was hanging with a coworker and he calls another coworker an idiot. You know what I mean? And if this coworker does act like an idiot, you're like, okay, big deal. Let's say you're hanging out with a coworker, a white dude, and he calls another coworker a nigger. That's a whole different ballgame. When you use certain insults, that is considered race, derogatory, or sexual orientation, like the word faggot. You know what I'm saying? When Bone Picker was on his panel, he defended homosexuals. If you use the word faggot. I noticed that once Bone Picker left, Tyrone went to calling people gay and fruity and so forth. I'm like, this dude is this dude is not sincere. He's a big joke. I like his and the way, his platform is collapsing on top of himself. This is a dude who let his own friend sit there in jail. And I hate to bring this up. I'm like, I know Tyrone has assets. That there's things that he can sell or get a mortgage out to bail him out and so forth, and then raise the money back or raise. So yeah, I'm like, this dude. He let his own comrade just rot in a being and didn't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Just want to just toss over like water under the bridge. I'm like, he literally just tossed this dude under the bus and so forth. But that's all I want to say. I got to keep my videos under 15 minutes. Thanks for watching and Sally forth.